Hey, Shalom, Marcus, Rakam, Akapash from Jim Islam, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Chakwadash. I want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of Jesus, and Shalom out there to the hopeful elect, preaching his truth and all sincerity. Back with another video, another lesson. Gonna call this, Esau smear campaign will continue. And, this is off the back of this shooting that took place in New York subway, on the trains, right? By this guy who they named as Frank James, and Hole was watching, right? And they do their best to link individuals with Hebrew Israelite movement, right? To demonize them, to paint a certain brush, a certain color about onto us, that we're dangerous and violent, right? And that we're here to cause all kinds of problems for people, right? When all we're doing is teaching this truth. Okay, we're men with Bibles in our hands, and yeah, we say things or put things out there that people might not like, in terms of dealing with Esau, the so-called white man, and his fate according to the scriptures, and things about our identity and stuff like that. They might not like some of the things we said, and they'll use a guy like this to sort of paint us in the same kind of light that we're like this dude, man. But this dude is clearly a bug out. He just he angry. He's just angry. He's fed up. He's tired, right? He's tired. He's fed up. Fed up with America. Fed up with his life, right? So he's bugged out, right? He's just taking matters into his own hands, right? And just doing whatever the hell is coming to his mind, man. And I was trying to find the article where it speaks about him being connected to some sort of Hebrew or Zion thing, but I can't find it, man. But I'm pretty sure I saw it. And like I said, they're gonna want to try and paint us in all that light, man. Because when they see us, they hear us talking about similar things, not the same things. Because you read this article, which I'm not gonna go into, but he's reading this article, man. He's talking all kinds of crazy shit, and they're gonna want to say, well, that's what these guys are saying too, to some degree, because these people don't really listen closely to what we say. These scoffers and these heathen, they don't really listen that closely. They hear two words they don't like, and they get offended, and now it's a beef thing. They got a problem with us. Without actually listening and understanding what it is that's being said, right? So they don't really listen. So when it comes to guys like this, same thing. They don't really listen. They'll pick out 2 points and see, they're just like those guys on the highways and byways on the streets, right? On the streets with the Bibles in their hands. They believe in the same thing, and they they wanted to destroy us all, and and you can't liken us onto this dude here, man. We got a code of conduct that we observe, okay, which is in the scriptures. You're not gonna find guys like us, and when I say us, beginning with GMS, some of these other camps, they got code of conduct too. But I'm gonna throw Sakari's name out there, man, because they seem to be the more reckless group out there right now with how they're conducting themselves. But we have a code of conduct, man, and you're not gonna find us doing some mad, stupid shit like this, regardless of what it is that we're speaking. We speak about your destruction, the Esau's kingdom, the nations going to slave. We speak about all of that, but if you you heathen, you white people and all that, so-called white people that watch and whatever, if you listen close enough, that the Lord is going to help us do that, right? So until the Lord gets here, man, you're safe, all right? When we say the Lord, we mean the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Okay, so until he appears, whose real name is Yahushai. So until he appears, man, you're safe, right? This is all just we're just speaking prophecy. We're just speaking out of the scriptures. We're breaking it down. We're telling people of the demise of this world, just like the prophets did of old, right? So we're not dangerous, right? If anything, it's the majority of people in the world that look to do us harm, man. And you're gonna have guys like Vocab jump on, people jump on these types of things, man, to try and, like I said, bear false witness and paint that picture and get that agenda going against us, man, to get the people riled up against us, man. So these type of things they'll use and will continue to use to put us in a bad light, to get the people angry against us. Your man are calling himself prophet of truth and doom and of all this type of stuff, right? Which people associate with us with those types of things, right? Because we ain't got nothing good to say about this kingdom, But he when you read this, he gets everybody. He gets Latinos, he gets blacks, he gets whites, he gets Jews. That's what he's on, man. He got no understanding. He's obviously lost his mind, But yeah, let's just get into the scriptures, man. All right. All right, I'm going to start here in Revelation chapter 12, verse 10. It said, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down." So we have to understand, or we understand that we're gonna get lied upon in this kingdom. Okay, in the end, right? Because we have to meet a certain type of resistance, man, just like the Lord did. And the only way that resistance could be built up against us, man, is if a whole bunch of lies get spread. And people look at us like we're evil. All right, that gives them the what's that? The reasoning for them to become wicked and violent against us, man, because of the lies that have been spoken. Okay, it gives them the cause, the excuse to rise up against us, beyond just debating or getting angry and asking questions or whatever. You're gonna want to try and take our lives, man. And your excuses in your mind is that we're a threat, that we need to be taken out, even though it's not the truth. Even though we haven't done anything to you, but you're gonna say that, oh well, yeah, but your guys are shooting up trains and stuff. No, we ain't. Okay, you're picking that bug outs, men that have that have lost their faculties, man. And trying to associate them with us, man. Okay, ain't nobody in GMS doing any type of thing like that. Neither is it taught. So you can't pin those things on us, man. Okay, because that's we're not about that. Okay, our vengeance is gonna come when the Lord comes. Okay, then be concerned. When the Lord turns up, then be concerned. Because right now, like I said, we're just men with the Bible speaking about the downfall of this kingdom, the downfall of these heathens, right, and the salvation for our people. That's the only thing. That's all we're doing. Okay, we operate in life just like well, not like everybody else, but as normal individuals, man. We ain't seeking to do no one no hurt, no harm. All right, we just get on. We get on with doing what we need to do until the Lord comes, man. We're here to be obedient until how does that scripture go? Obedience. I ain't spelled it right. Let's have a look. This is from 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 6. Yeah, and having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is filled, right? We're here to be obedient and to fulfill our own obedience first. And that means waiting upon the Lord. All right, that's why it's dumb or stupid, really, to kind of, for Sakari doing what they're doing, going to camp with straps and that, right? To kind of further paint this image. Now, that being said, it all has to happen that way. These guys are obviously set up to cause greater controversy and get the spotlight shine on us, man. So this sentiment can be thrown that direction, you know, even though they're the stupid ones. The Lord's got them doing a job on that side of things, on the left hand side, to cause uproar and cause issues, man. That are gonna implicate the whole of the Hebrew Israelite movement into that of um, evil on the earth. Giving them cause and reason to come up against us. Um, more more harshly, for lack of a better word, right? But so they're just playing their role, man. They're idiots, but they're just playing the role the Most I got them playing, man. All right. Back here, Revelation 12 says, I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our power, and the kingdom of his anointed, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. Right? So they're going to make up a bunch of lies about us, man. But ultimately, eventually, these accusations, man, they're going to get put to bed. They're going to be found to be untrue. And those that accused us, man, are going to get put down, beginning with Esau. All right? This is from Luke chapter 6, verse 7. It says, and the scribes and the Pharisees watched him whether he would heal on the Sabbath day. Okay, speaking about our Lord, right? Yahushai. That they might find an accusation against him. And like I said, you got people there watching, Hawkeye. Vocab is Hawkeye, right? Watching for any instance, any issue that he can link back to the Hebrew Israelites. Anything that goes on the earth, he's looking for a connection. Man, like, he a detective. You know what I'm saying? He trying to find any links, and paint us with that in that light. Okay, he ain't never gonna find that, right? Oh, he was a part of this camp, and he could, like I said, there's bug outs in this world, man. In all walks of life, there's bug outs. In the Christianity route, there's bug outs, man. Right, but that one individual is not indicative of the whole. Right, so if you find guys that belong to specific camps back in the past, or whatever, or they were kicked out or whatever, that's nothing to do with us, man. Right, that he's not operating under our teachings, man. Okay, therefore he is not of us. Right, and what he does now in the world, that's all down to him. Right, you take it up that individual. He might possess some of the thoughts that that we teach and whatever, but hey, we don't condone that. So you can take it up with that individual, man. Don't try and paint us all like that. But again, we're in that time, and it's gonna have to happen that way. Okay, this is what these individuals are going to do, even though they're not true. You see what I'm saying? So they're gonna try and link anything they possibly can, or set up events, false flags, and whatever, just to implicate the Israelites into into madness, basically, in giving them a reason to come and try and destroy us, man. And have us arrested and whatever. Like we speak about, one day you might see your face on the TV, man, on the news, talking about suspect or all this kind of business. It's just like they did with the Frank James dude. The man was a suspect, but all of a sudden, he started off as a person of interest, right? And but from the moment they said person of interest, like he wasn't even a suspect at the time, right? This guy's whole life pretty much was aired out, bro, for the world to see. Like just say he didn't do anything. Let's say he wasn't involved in nothing. Why is his life already aired out? Why is everybody knowing about his whole entire life? Man, you don't even know if he's done anything, right? Incriminating him already. That's off, man. So before he even became a suspect, his whole life was getting aired out, man, because it's just they want to push that. Okay, they want to push that. Oh, he's hateful, and the whole hate thing. You know, anyone that don't believe in what you believe in, that you know, they're hateful, right? No, let's just all we're doing is looking at your history, man, and there's a reason why you deserve to be hated. There's a reason why the Most High hates Edomites. You know, it ain't just because, you know, there's things you've done, and there's things you continue to do today why the Most High hates you, right? And for that same cause, it gives us reason to hate, right? Because we're living it, we're going through it, all right, under your bullshit, under your evil rule, right? So we got reason to hate, okay? We got reason to say the things that we say. Now you might feel it's unjustified, but that ain't true. That, you know, what we speak is the truth, right? And there's gonna come a time where you have to pay for your crimes, man. All right. Anyways, and the scribes and Pharisees watched him whether he would heal on the Sabbath day, that they might find an accusation against him. But he knew their thoughts. Like, we know what you're trying to do. We know what you're trying to set up, man. We know what you want to do with that information, right? You're trying to put us in that box, man. You can't put us in that box, right? And he said to the man, which he had the withered hand, rise up and stand forth in the midst. And he rose and stood forth. And Yahushua said to them, I will ask you one thing: is it lawful on the Sabbath days to do good or to do evil, to save life or destroy it? All right, but that's the point, man. These people are watching like Hawkeye to see if we're going to slip up or do something, you know, so they can implicate us in things, man. And that's why I said, you know, Sicarii, they're fools at the end of the day, you know, pursuing that that ghetto Hebrew Israelite lifestyle, that thug life Hebrew Israelism, you know, because ultimately it's just going to bring trouble, man, right? And you're going to get implicated in trouble, and yeah, right, like I said, they're just playing their part on the left-hand side, man, you know. Most I got them doing that. This is Sirach chapter 26 verse 5 says, but there be three things that my heart feareth, and for the fourth I was sore afraid: the slander of a city, and gathering together of an unruly multitude, and a false accusation. All these are worse than death. Because ain't nobody like lies being spread about them. Okay, no one likes that. Alright? But that's gonna grieve a lot of us, man. But those of us in this truth, man, that have been in it, well, it's something you should understand when you first come in, man, that these things are gonna happen. You know, like I said, we fully expect at some point, man, you know, we're gonna be that public enemy number one in the public. Like, people are gonna know. They're gonna have our faces, they're gonna have our names, government names and all of that. You know, have our addresses and all that BS. You know, trying to put us in cuffs and whatever. Like, we understand this, right? So it ain't nice being called the things that you know, these guys, even these other Israelites call us, man, calling us rapists and all this bullshit. Like, ain't none of us ever participated in any rape. You know what I'm saying? So all this is false witness, man, just so you can, you know, portray us in a certain image, man. Okay, which ain't truth, man. That's false witness right there. You know, or that were terrorist groups or whatever. That these are the things that are being said. Okay, but these are the things that are not true. Right? This is yeah, so all these are worse than death, man. Because they ain't nice. It ain't right. And eventually, you know, we're going to be justified in the Lord. Okay, when everything's said and done. All right, this is Acts chapter 6. I'm going to start from verse 8. It says, and Stephen, full of faith and power, did great wonders and miracles among the people. Then there arose certain of the synagogue, which is called the synagogue of the Libertines, and the Cyrenians, and the Alexandrians, and of them of Cilicia, and of Asia, disputing with Stephen. And they were not able to resist the wisdom and the spirit by which he spake. Because the truth is, man, these people that come up against us, you know, guys like Vocab and all these other clowns that have come up, right? Really, they're cut in the spirit, man. They're hurting. And they have to find some way to bring us down. Right? Whether it be true or whether it be false. The men are looking for a way to destroy us, man. Right? That's why Vocab dedicates his whole life to Hebrew Israelism, man. To destroy it. That's what he exists for now. You know? To find something where he can destroy us with. That's his purpose. You know, will he ever find it? No, it's vain. You know, it's vain what he's doing. You know, he's confounded by so much. Like, he can't really deal with us in the scriptures. So the best thing he could do now is try and deter people from joining up, right? Because my man's scared. Like, he's like, what, 13 million Israelites, or so-called black people that identify themselves as an Israelite, and at the same time, Christian Church is losing members. So he's got to find other methods of deterrence, man. Because through the scriptures, man, you ain't doing it, man. Because you don't know the scriptures. No one wants to hear from you. All right. So yeah, so they weren't able to resist the wisdom and the spirit by which he spake. So then they suborned men, which I guess that means hired, which said, we have heard him speak blasphemous words against Moses and against the Most High. So basically, they come up and say, oh, these guys are teaching hate, they're teaching this, they're teaching false doctrines and blah, 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 blah. We're saying this, we're saying that. And they stirred up the people, because that's the goal, that's the target, to stir up the people. All right, and the elders and the scribes came upon him and caught him and brought him to the council. So they grabbed him up, right? Which is what you people really want to happen to us, man. You want us to grabbed up, put through, the judicial system, have us arrested, put in prison and whatever, man, killed, whatever. You want us off the street, right? How do you think you're gonna keep us off the street? The only way you're gonna keep us off the street is if we're in prison. And you people are, you people understand that, because beginning of our elders and apostles, we ain't failed to go out there. Wherever the weather is, the season is, we're always out there teaching, always pushing the truth, man. The only way you're gonna get us, man, if we're killed or put in prison. Okay, or until the Lord deems it so that teaching stops, man, because we know there's gonna be the famine of the word. All right, so that's the only way you're gonna stop us. Okay, which you can't. You might be able to stop us on a personal level, but you can't stop this truth. Okay, that's one thing you can't do, right? This is and they stirred up the people and the elders and the scribes and came upon him and caught him and brought him to the council and set up false witnesses, which said, this man ceases not to speak blasphemous words against this holy place and the law. And for we have heard him say that this Yahushua of Nazareth shall destroy this place, right? Now, what we're actually saying is that the Lord is actually coming to destroy this place. Okay, that is actual true fact. The Lord is coming to destroy this place. And even the land of Israel that is present today, that's going to get destroyed. Okay, that's going to be re-inhabited. That's going to get resetted. But the Lord is going to destroy everybody in that land. All right, so there's a lot of destruction is going to go on in that land. So what we're saying is actually true, and in this matter, that the Lord is actually coming back to destroy this place, to destroy America, and to break the kingdoms. Okay, break these nations. All right, and shall change the customs which Moses delivered us. Okay, which that wasn't what the Lord was doing, or what he was saying. And all that sat in the council, looking steadfastly, and saw his face as it had been the face of an angel. Because really, you got no cause against us, man. We haven't done any of those things that we're being accused of, man, and that you would have us trying to get put to death anyway, or incarcerated or whatever. You would have that done anyway. But we're faultless in the sight of men. We haven't done anything. We haven't done anything unrighteous. All we've been doing is preaching the word. It's John chapter 7 verse 7. The world cannot hate you, but me it hateth, because I testify of it that the works thereof are evil. Right? And this is what you don't like. The fact that we're testifying against you that this place is evil and that it's going to be destroyed. And Esau is on the top of the hit list for all the wickedness that he's done. Okay, you don't like that, but that is just the truth. That's why Vocab, he's trying hard not to be an Edomite. Oh, the Edomites have disappeared. They've been destroyed already. Like he don't want to acknowledge that he could possibly be an Edomite, because the Lord has got something special in store for them, you know. So you don't like what we're saying, but it is me just what is written, you know. And like I said, yeah, all those things that are gonna happen to you will happen, but the time is not now. Okay, we're in that fisher of men state, right? So until the Lord comes, you know, we won't be turned into hunters until the Lord comes. You know? So it is what it is, but for now, there's nothing you can say against us. Nothing that's true, anyway. It's Luke chapter 6, verse 22 says, "Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake." You know? Or who's this Yahweh Shai? Or these people that follow Yahweh Shai, but they're saying this, they're saying that. They're doing this, they're doing that. That's what you say. But is there any evidence of that? You know? It's making stuff up, right? It says, "Rejoice ye in that day." And this is actually a good thing, that the world is turning against us for based on these accusations. They're turning against us, man. These falsehoods are being used for them to turn against us, man, which is a good thing, because we're actually doing the right thing. So if people are coming against us, you know, it's because of the truth's sake, because this is what's written, right? It says, "Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven, for in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets." Right? So we're sitting in the same boat as the prophets was, man, because people came up against them because they didn't like what they were saying, and they would say all types of things against them. You know, a lot of them end up dying. You know, so it's just, we're in that company. That is our, you know, maybe our lot to perish in truth. You know, being falsely accused. You know, it might be some of our lots to go through that, just as Stephen did. You know, just like our Lord did. All right. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 14. It says, "And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart of that out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet." Okay, we've had to do that from time to time, man. We know when we've been at certain spots and we've had great contention in certain areas and that kind of stuff, man. Well, we've been there long enough. The word got pushed out, and whoever heard it or needed to hear it heard it. Whoever didn't want to hear it didn't want to hear it. You know, we don't need to be there. You don't need to stay in one spot. You know what I'm saying? We can go wherever the hell we like, right? But the day that we leave, right, is a great shame upon that city, man. If we get forced out like that, you know, the judgment is going to come upon that place. Now, there might be the lot in these different cities, you know, the one that was righteous or whatever, or one that's chosen, and they might survive and come out of there. But these cities, man, they're going to be destroyed, man. Any of these cities or towns or whatever that come in contact with the prophets, okay, i.e. the men of the Lord that have been teaching the highways and byways, and they didn't show them no respect, they're in judgment. They're in line for judgment, man. All right. It says, "Verily I say unto you, that it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city." Okay, you're going to get a worse judgment than Sodom and Gomorrah did. Imagine that, right? It says, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves." Right? Treacherous, my very terrible creatures. Vicious. Cold, right? It says, "Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves." Right? And we keep pushing that, man. We keep pushing them about being wise as serpents and harmless as doves, man. Okay, we're not here to garner any unwanted attention. outside of the ministry. All this extracurricular activity, people going to gun ranges on, and filming it and posting it up on YouTube, to going to camp with straps and all that kind of stuff. That is all extracurricular shit that we don't need to be doing. Right? If we trust in the Lord and the Lord, trust in the Lord protecting us, we don't need that stuff anyway. But all it's gonna garner is extra attention, man, and unwanted attention. All right? But like I said, the Lord's got people doing certain things just to bring this evil upon us, man. All right? So beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake. Right? So we're gonna be arrested. We're gonna be taken up into the court systems and higher ups and whatever. Right? It's gonna happen to some of us. Right? It says, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not you that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents, and cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, for what we believe in. Right? These names that we teach in Yahweh Shai. Okay, they're gonna identify as these are the camps, the groups that teach this, man. They teaching this name, and this is why we're really separate from all these other camps. Even though there's other Hebrew Israelite camps out there, really we're separated. But we're not like the other camps. Okay, we have a power of a name. All these guys using Mosai, Christ, and all these different wacky names, right? We're the only ones really pushing the name of the Lord and His Son, Yahweh Shai. So we're easy to identify, really. All right, but like I said, for the effect, we're just gonna get grouped together, right? But even these other Israelite camps, they come up against us, man. So we're gonna be hated from all men, right? So, but he that endureth to the end, the end shall be saved, right? And that's what we're focusing on, enduring to the end. All right. So, but when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. Leave. Just leave, man. We ain't held down by no piece of earth. You know what I mean? Just leave. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man come. It says, the disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? Right? So we're gonna get painted like that, even though it's unjustified. Maybe we're gonna be called evil and devils and demons and whatever bad names that they can throw at us, terrorists and rapists and all these different bunch of shit. Right? They're gonna throw it all at us, man. And we have to be firm enough to resist that, to handle that. Okay, and not break under that pressure. Because that's all it is. They're trying to break us, man. They're gonna try and use all these tactics to get us to fall out the truth, to give up. But we have to endure unto the end. This is just part of the tribulation that we have to go through in order to get to the kingdom, in order to be delivered. All right, so we have to be prepared in our minds, what lies before us, It says, fear them not therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall be not known. Right? So even in the end, all these lies that, these men have been spreading and saying or whatever, the truth is going to come out. Whether someone was lying or whether someone was telling the truth, it's all going to come out. Okay? So, and what I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in the light, and what ye hear in the ear, that ye preach ye upon the housetops. And fear not them which kill the body, because that's what they're going to try and do. They're going to come and try and kill us. Some of us will perish, right? But are not able to kill the soul. Right? They can't gain a victory over us, even if they kill this flesh. Because if we die in the Lord. And if we die in the Lord, well, we're going to be sitting with Yahweh Shai. And we're going to come and return with Yahweh Shai when it's time for him to take this place. You know? So he can't, no one can stop us gaining the victory. Alright? So, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in the hell. The Heavenly Father. You know? I might as well read on a little bit more, right? It says, are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing, and one of them shall not fall to the ground without your Father, right? Because everything is ordained of the Father. Everything is, when it's birthed, when it dies, right? It's all ordained, right? It says, but the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear ye not, therefore, ye are more valuable than many sparrows, right? So the Most High, he's watching, man. Okay, he ain't gonna turn away and then let forget about you, and something happened to you, and that he was planning on saving you, but because the Lord turned around to look at something, whatever, that he missed the fact that he was in trouble. No, that the Lord watches over us, man, constantly. Okay, the angels out here watching us constantly. Okay, relaying to the Heavenly Father and setting things in motion, right? It says, whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, the names of the Father and the Son, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. Now picture this, imagine this, right? You can't be asked to get the names of the Heavenly Father and the Son right, okay? But you want Yahweh Shai to pass on your name. What if Yahweh Shai decides, oh yeah, Eric, Eric down there, yeah, he's alright, but your name ain't Eric, so you know what I'm saying? Like, and salvation comes down, and this guy Eric gets saved, and you get left behind because someone mixed up the fucking names. No, man, we have to be on point, man. And all jokes aside, man, these guys are not coming in the name of the Lord, Father, or the Son. They're not coming in their names, right? So how do you expect your name to get passed on? How do you expect your name to get passed on, man? You can't even stand up for Yahweh Shai. You can't even stand for Yahweh Shai, man. So why is Yahweh Shai going to stand for you? All right. It says, but whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. There we go. Boy, there was more in this than I was imagining. But yeah, let me read on a bit more, right? It says, think not that I come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. Okay, Yahweh Shai is coming to cause contention, divisions, right? And like I said, ultimately he's going to destroy this place. All this contention is going to lead to this destruction. This is all part of the end time prophecies, man. Right? Why you're going to come up against us, and why you're ultimately going to fail. Right? It says, for I have come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Right? So, like I mentioned about, being public enemy number one and your face being plastered everywhere. Well, guess what? Your family is going to see that. And although you might not be the closest with your family, being in this truth at this moment in time, these men might give you up, man. Because they still know you. Probably still know where you live. Probably still got a phone number or whatever. And they're gonna be disgusted. You know what I mean? Because they don't believe in you. They don't believe in your on your path. They don't believe in this truth. So they may very well just give you up, man. Send your details over to the authorities and whatever. Your own wife, children might do that. So we have to be prudent, man. We have to be vigilant. All right, but this is what is prophesied to happen. So a man's foes shall be they of his own household. All right, and that's what I'm going to read on that. It's from 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 12. It says, beloved, think it not a strange Salakia, right? Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you. Right? It's a trial. Right? It says as though some strange thing happened unto you. Because we're meant to understand that this is how it's going to be, right? So, but rejoice insomuch as ye are partakers of Yahweh's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Yahweh, happy are ye. For the spirit of glory and of God resteth upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters. Right? So we're not meant to be looked at, or, you know, like I said, these are going to be false accusations that are going to come up on us, man. But there's no way that you're going to actually find real evidence or proof that we're doing any of these things, right? Because we know, like, we're not here to be suffering as a murderer. We're not here to be killing nobody. Okay, we're not here to be, thieves and stealing shit, right? If we're going to get persecuted and judged, it's going to be according to this word, because of the truth. Not because of transgressing common laws. It's going to be because of this truth. All right, so these guys doing their vigilante shit, that's them. They're on their own doing that, right? And they're gonna go down as as a murderer, or thief, or evildoer, or whatever. They can, get all of that persecution due to that. Like I said, Sakari's walking a fine line right now, man. And like I said, they might get the wrong type of attention. It might not because of the truth, man. And like I said, it's a dangerous road to walk down. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters. If any man suffer as a Christian, let him be not ashamed, but let him glorify the Most High on this behalf. All right, so we're gonna be persecuted and suffer because of this truth, not because of some extracurricular shit that we shouldn't be doing. All right, or being involved in. This is Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 16. If a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong, then both the men between whom the controversy is shall stand before the Lord, before the priests and the judges, which shall be in those days. And the judges shall be make diligent inquisition. And behold, if the witness be a false witness, and have testified falsely against his brother, then shall ye do unto him as he has thought to have done unto his brother. So shalt thou put the evil away from among you. All right, and this is only what's going to happen to our enemies, man, and those that bear these false witnesses, man. What you had it in your mind for us to happen to us, right, is only going to happen to you, right? And most likely even greater. Being the last days and the end times judgment that's going to come upon this place. Okay, you're going to get grouped into that judgment. All right, but really, you seek to do us harm, man. Right, you seek to do us harm. All right, so harm is going to come upon you, man. But that's the law right there. That's what's written in the law. So bearing false witness ain't a light thing, man. So I wouldn't be running your mouth the shit you don't know about, man. You had the IUIC, the other a few days ago on the phone call, and you had the man, just chatting breeze, right? You don't know shit, man. So it'd be better just keep your mouth shut, because otherwise you're going to be held accountable for bearing these false words, man. These false witnesses. You shouldn't even say it in jest. This is Proverbs 19, verse 9. We're going to end it with this. So the false witness shall not be unpunished. All right. And he that speaketh lies shall perish. All right. So there you go. That's what's going to happen to all our enemies that do such things. But that's it for this lesson, man. I hope this is edifying. And like I said, all these things are written to happen. So, you know, all these events that take place, whether they be set up, whether they, you know, whether it be organic, the Most High moving, man, to do crazy stuff, you know, whether they be linking it to us or, you know, other camps or whatever. It's all part of the end times, man. You know, we just have to remain vigilant, you know, and just you know, see what they're spinning, you know. But anyway, you know, with that, I'm gonna say shalom and keep brothers, you know, shalom, anti brothers and sisters out there, preaching the truth and doctrine and sincerity, man. So till next time, say shalom.